Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Anjhula Mya Singh Bais. I received my master's in psychoanalysis from University College London, and it is my absolute joy to address you this afternoon. As the first Indian, first Malaysian, and the first psychologist to chair the International Board of Amnesty International, I have a thing or two to say about glass ceilings and the paths not trodden. And I'll get to that in a minute. But first, to the special pandemic classes of 2020 and 2021, congratulations on your wonderful achievement of graduating from University College London. And I say special not to be trite, but truly in a world brimming with white noise, bloated and saturated with information and imagery, it will take more to stand out. And as a UCL graduate, you have a head start in standing out precisely because of the academic rigor that has shaped your journey and your career. But you also achieved this whilst simultaneously navigating a global pandemic. And much like I told senior management and the International Board of Amnesty in my opening salvo, if it is a choice between expertise and intellect or behavior, behavior always trumps. Day in and day out, you showed up. You persisted with online classes, and sitting here at your graduation today is incomparable proof that you have survived every day until now in your life, and you have triumphed. I want to talk, though, a little bit about thriving and not just surviving. So I've distilled it down to 2 mantras, if you will, that I live with my life, that helps smash glass ceilings, and that I share with therapy clients every day. The first is, nothing anyone says or does is about you. It's a reflection of where they're at. So when you stop personalizing to a large degree, tremendous freedom comes from the abandonment of blame, shame, and guilt that most people carry. The second is what the late Dr. Viktor Frankl said, a Holocaust survivor and eminent psychiatrist. He said that everything can be taken from man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, which is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. So when I arrived at UCL, I was a tired, cold, broke student, and I had much apprehension about my future. But when you live each day victoriously, winning in a way relevant to you, in a manner that in the event you were not to wake up, you can say today was a good day to die. And that means then the future is automatically taken care of. I have learned to reframe and to choose my thoughts consciously, and as consciously as I choose the clothes that I wear. And that is why when my father forgot to send me the UCL graduation ceremony RSVP, and I missed graduating with my peers and had to attend the next year alone, knowing no one. It taught me to become comfortable in my own company. It taught me to celebrate my own life without externals. And over the years, I went from being a face in the crowd to the one the crowd faces. Amnesty International, the Nobel Peace Prize winning organization, its headquarters is a walk away from James Lighthill House, my old UCL residence. I arrived in London for my first Amnesty board meeting 14 years later to the date that I arrived in the UK for my first day at UCL. And life has a mystical way of working out if we flow and not force. I am proud of the intergenerational dialogue happening at Amnesty International. I'm in the process of raising the idea of reverse mentoring, having young people mentor us. But the opposite is also true. I once had a mature student tell me that they thought all the young people in their class were talking about them. And I gave them the homework to actually go up to those classmates and ask what they were talking about. And it turns out that the classmates were like, yes, we are talking about you. We were saying that we have no excuse not to take our exams or finish our homework because you're doing this at a later age with all the adult responsibilities that it entails, like loans and kids, and you're an inspiration. And this is the power of reframing. It shows the powers of reframing your thoughts and thinking about life differently. And I know that the past 2 years have been rife with uncertainty. But today marks a point of departure in your life. Fresh thoughts always lead to fresh new experience. And just remember that when nothing is certain, everything is possible.